everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, what's up? Morning coffee.
Morning coffee.
Good morning.
Yeah. We have a special guest today. It's Agent Spotlight. And our Agent Spotlight today is, before I introduce her, I have a question for you. Is it Charme, Charm? How do you pronounce your name?
It's Charmy, but I answer to all of the above. I don't care. So
Charmy. So I've been saying Charme, like I'm fancying it up.
Yeah, we've been putting a little hyphen over the E. Charme.
I'm French.
Charmy.
I'm French. I'm good.
Yeah.
Charme, Charm.
Charmino, whatever you want to call me.
Awesome. No, we're really excited to have you part of our Agent Spotlight today. And I know Jeremy has had the opportunity to work with you a lot. I'll let him do some more intro. But I just wanted to start out with that because I'm like, Charmy, what? How do you pronounce your name?
whatever you want to call me, I'm good.
Awesome. Oh man. Well, first off, thank you. I mean, it's so great when DJ and I prep for morning coffee for the week, and when he's like, who should we, we got a spotlight, and when your name came up, I'm beaming, man, because I know how hard you've worked, and I like to give context to anybody watching this right now, right? Is that you moved to a state in a city that you had never been, did not know anybody, right? You came from Indiana, right?
Absolutely.
From Indiana, you came out here, you're working in the grocery industry, right? And the night shift of the accounting of some kind, right? Like behind the scenes.
Bookkeeper, yes.
Bookkeeper, okay. And then you said, oh, let me embark on this little thing called real estate, right? You go get your license, you join in. And this is what I want people to know, right? There's so many people right now watching this that are from the Santa Clarita Valley that went to Canyon High School or Saugus High School or Hart High School and have this huge network of people here. And you had none of that. You had zero. You didn't know anybody. You had to build this, make it, understand. And at the same time, oh yeah, by the way, what the hell is an RPA? What does contingency mean? What is a disclosure? Hold on, right? At the same time, building relationships and showing yourself. So your tenacity, your grit, your determination is, and I mean this, and I say this personally, is awe-inspiring to me, because what you have done and the work that you have put in and continue to put in is incredible. So where does that come from? Because we want to get people to understand, like, there's no easy road here, but where does that come from for you? Where does that drive? Where does that tenacity? Where does that grit come from?
It comes from my mindset. It comes from, how bad do I want this? I cannot use the excuse that I wasn't raised there. I don't know anybody. Well, that's a given, but the resources that KW has and my team, I didn't start out with the best mindset. Oh, woe is me. It's not easy. I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. The negatives just completely start compounding and you just start feeling overwhelmed. That's not true. Jeremy, you have a huge impact. Jess has a huge, my whole team. If I need anything, somebody's always there to help me. Always. I don't have to search. And if, you know what though, but if I don't do the work, I'm not going to get the business. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do every day, why take these calls that are out there teaching us how to do Facebook ads, teaching us how to do command, if you're going to take the calls, implement it, do it, be purposeful with your time, and schedule. I now do have a schedule that I thank COVID for it, because if it wasn't for COVID, I don't know if I would be that structured in my schedule. I start out every day, and I do Facebook ads 5 days a week, and it's definitely paying off. If I can show you this little book here, this is the leads I've gotten since August, and I've got page after page after page, and I start but it is not easy. But how bad do you want it? That's what I tell myself every day. And go ahead.
No, sorry. No. I was.
No, I could go on for hours about. I mean, it's the follow up. I mean, from my first 2 transactions, like the one transaction that I closed, I got 3 in the works right now just from that one. So that is so, and we're friends. The relationships that I'm building with Hugo, with my is almost like he's a family member now. And I love that because I don't have family in California, you know, and it's nice.
You do.
Yes, I know. I have my KW family. And
you got a big family that loves you very much.
And everybody, I will tell you that I do start off every morning by drinking my water before I drink my caffeine, just to let you know. It's mindset right here. And but if you're going to do it, you got to do it. You can't just say you're going to do it. You have to do it. So.
Yeah. And she drinks the water out of her beautiful bedazzled mug. I love it.
Best. And I have my black and red KW sparkle too, but I didn't have that with me in Indiana. So I'm sorry.
So you pulled out your leads that you were receiving from Facebook, and go into a little detail about what you actually did, because you actually had a lot of success implementing that Facebook strategy.
I did.
So go into a little bit of a detail, and so everybody can understand the power of the advertising of Facebook.
I took the 11 o'clock class on Mondays, and I go in and I take my notes, and there was a class that said that you needed to run 3 campaigns at a time. And I spent $7 an ad, and I did it. And the next morning after 24 hours, I looked to see which one was more bang for my buck.
Right.
And I put the other 2 on hold, and Chris and I went out of town, and I came back and I had 10 leads in like 2 days from just that Facebook ad. But again, you can learn all this stuff and it's fantastic, but if you don't do it, it's not going to, you know, I still have to nurture those leads. I still have to work and be consistent with those leads. Because if I just get those leads and I just don't do anything with them, what's the purpose, you know?
Right.
But
so you actually called these leads, right?
Yes.
And so how did that turn out?
It's funny because at first they're very standoffish. Making phone calls is not my forte. I'm just going to say that right now. But now that I've made so many, it's getting so much easier. And I have a picture of Jess in front of me that when somebody gives me trouble, I have Jess right there. She's got my back. So, but they're good conversations because honestly, they know the rates are low. They know, but they're concerned about COVID. They're concerned about how are you going to protect me? So I do the raving fans and talk about, you know, the statistics and whatnot. And it goes very well. And if they're not ready to buy maybe 6 to 12 months, that's okay. I'm starting that relationship and I put them in my smart campaigns and I'm still keeping contact with them. And for those people who are not using the smart campaigns in command, it's amazing. Like I can do things from my phone. Kelly sends me saying, you've got 45 things to do today. When I look at them, I'm like, oh, wow, half of those is sending an email. I mean, it doesn't take the proof is in the pudding here. I mean, it's the way it is. Sorry, that was Indiana. That was Indiana slang. Sorry.
You know what? It's okay. My wife is from there. She's there right now, so I speak the language. It's all.
You know, I'm telling you, it's a whole different mindset out here, boys. I'm telling you, men.
Oh, I know. Boys.
Sorry, I'm used to talking to my kids.
No, it's all good. It's all good. There's why we wanted to highlight you is one, you're putting in the work, and that excites me when we are leading the office and, you know, agents are actually putting in the work and they're starting to see results, and that's exciting. And so now you're seeing these little victories along the way. Now these leads, it's a lead, you know, whether they're going through whatever portal, but this costs you barely dollars, like dollars, whatever it is. So you're putting in the work and you're celebrating these small victories, and now it's keeping you going because you're like, oh, I'm going to this class, I'm going to that class, and you're implementing it. You got to implement. And that's why it makes me so excited to just be in business with someone like yourself, because You're actually putting in the work and implementing what you're learning, not just learning.
And I've also
but
learned
implementation.
right that you've got to celebrate the small wins. Being a new agent, I look at Laura Coffey and I am so in awe of her and Brian Inns and I can Paul Atkins there. I mean, I have done so much schooling, but I don't think you can get enough. I think there's always new things to learn. And I starve for that. I love learning. I want to learn. I want to be that source of information for my clients. And I think I think I'm growing just by doing these classes. And when I spit out an answer and I feel like I know what I'm talking about, oh my gosh, I feel like, it's amazing. It's like, I never thought I would just spit out answers like that. You know, I mean, it's just, it's
you're
really
getting
good.
that confidence. That's great.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
any final thoughts, Big J?
Yeah. So, I mean, well, the biggest thing, because you kind of glossed over it a little bit. And one of the things that you said was resources, in that there's so many, and I agree. Like, and I was telling you in the pre-show is that all of us, DJ, myself, I mean, everybody that's part of KW, we use about a third of what the resources available are. But the truth is not about the resources. It's about you being resourceful and you finding what it is and using what it is. And you said it, and I hope people heard this, is that all the knowledge in the world, you can go to every class, you can listen to every podcast, you can listen to every video and watch them on the back of KW Connect. If you don't implement, it is literally useless, because the only way things happen is by taking action. And I wrote it down. You said, and I hope everybody got this, ask yourself this question every day: how bad do I want it? How bad do I want it? And then you said, my mindset shifts, I implement, I'm purposeful, and I have structure. And honestly, if we just put that up and said, these are the things, right? Put structure around your day, be purposeful in your action, and implement what you learn. If you just do those three things, you have such that you can come from Indiana, not know a single soul in the area, and now become a real estate resource for people and build a business. And Scharme, you are incredible. I mean, just the human that you are. We are incredibly grateful to be in business with you and to have you part of this. And actually, I mean, I just got the chills. I'm happy to be part of your California family, and I couldn't be more proud of you and what you're doing and how you're doing it. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
We appreciate you. We know you're going to have much success in this industry because you're putting in the work and you're just an unbelievable person. So I would say cheers to you, Scharme.
Cheers to Scharme. Morning coffee.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.